right. You guys should be able to hear me. I'm here. Can hang out with you for a few minutes. We're going to try to build something. Scott Hughes, will the stream be 480p the entire time? You know what? I'm not great at this whole technology thing. I changed some settings around earlier this evening on my OBS to try to make this work. And I might have screwed it up. Might have made it not work for the sake of my... I was trying to get my alerts on my Twitch figured out, and now I might have fucked it up. But if that's the case, so be it. We'll work around it. For now, we're going to load up Arena here, and you guys are going to hang with me while we build something to try to grind a little bit of Mythic to get to Mythic tonight. So this last season, I started real late in the game. I just kind of started streaming. Some of you guys probably are already following me over on Twitch. I'm doing, Ben Bateman streaming is my channel, and I've been trying to do that here. I'll put it in the chat here. So if anybody wants to, in fact, if anybody who is watching this is not already following me on Twitch, if you go do it, I think I'll get like an alert. If anybody follows on Twitch right now, I should get an alert. Now, I think I'll hear it because I have Stream Elements open. I'll be waiting in case someone does, and I will get real excited if someone does it. But otherwise, I'll be streaming a little later tonight. I should be streaming a little later tonight with the deck we're about to build right now. Now, I've done this before. Actually, where I've built something. Yeah, there you go. I heard it. 100% Utah. I don't know what the actual F that is. I mean, I know what it is. It's from Point Break. I came up with it. 2 of them. I love that. Do you hear that when you do that? Let me ask you that. Those of you that click that follow, did you hear 100% Utah, or did I just hear 100% Utah? I don't know how it works. I hope it comes around and makes sense at some point. Let's see. How's this looking? Is it looking real blurry? I didn't hear it, says John. Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to make this work. It might be a thing that I hear because I've got the browser open, but you only would hear it if I was live on Twitch is my guess. Hopefully, we'll see later tonight when I'm on Twitch. We'll try that out. But the plan right now is to build something with you guys here, and then we're going to go from there, and then a little later tonight, like an hour probably, we're going to stream on Twitch. We're going to play some Arena and try to grind our way. I think right now we reset somewhere into gold. I played this really stupid deck I came up with, like Wishclaw Talisman. It was pretty bad. And I lost a bunch. I lost a full level on gold. But that's not what we're going to play tonight. We're going to come up with something else. And so that's what I want to do with you guys tonight is I want to build something cool. The way I'm doing it right now on Historic, and I'm really gravitating towards Historic. I mean, you guys have heard us talk about it the last couple weeks on the show. I like Modern a lot. Like it is my all-time favorite competitive format. It's just not really a format that I'm really getting much of an opportunity to play right now. I don't really like to play Modern online. It's just not my favorite thing to do. So if I can't play in person, if I can't go to GPs, if I can't go to the shop, I don't get as much opportunity to play Modern. So Historic, because of Arena, which I enjoy playing, I actually think Arena is a pretty solid product. Now that I can play it on my Mac, I can play a lot of it. I'm all about it. So by the way, if anybody who's watching this has not already hit subscribe, please do. But the plan tonight is to come up with something. It's to build a deck with you guys here, and then in about an hour, anybody who's awake, who's West Coaster, who's overseas, wants to hang out and play it with me, see how far we can take our shenanigans deck, I'm into it. So I think what we'll do, because the cool thing Historic offers is that it offers those the anthology sets and it offers Jumpstart, and so it means that. There was 2 suspended cards, Dylan, in Historic this week. They suspended Teferi Time Raveler, and they suspended one other card. Time Raveler and another card that I'm forgetting. But there was 2 suspensions this week. And, both good cards. Time Raveler is a really good card. That's like a really important card. Yes, John Aguilar. Shout out to the Witch's Vengeance deck versus Goblins. I know, it's sweet. It's legitimately a Wilderness Wreck. That was the one, Jeffrey Simon. Witch's Vengeance, our preview card on the podcast, is like a super legit card. It's actually done like a lot of work for me. And it's legitimately good. So yeah, I think what we'll do here, let me pull this up and see if I'm trying to learn the whole OBS thing here, guys. And I think Arena database Magic. I think there's like an arena search function builder that's pretty strong. Yes, there is. Nope, that's not it. Give me a second here, guys. Load this up. We could build it on the app, I guess. I guess we could build it on Arena. I just like it so much less. We'll build it on here because it'll be easier. We can all do it together. You guys can see it. Hey, Ben, do you think there's any kind of Grixis shell that could actually be good? Are we talking about in Arena and Historic? Yeah, definitely. I actually think there's shells right now in Arena and Historic that you can make anything good. By the way, there's only 4 people who hit this like button. There's 15 of you guys watching. If you guys could just hit that thumbs up button, that would mean a lot. It'd be cool for this video to get some views and some people watching. And the thumbs up actually is a big deal. So yeah, I think in Historic, I mean, we could look at Grixis to start. I think why don't we pull up Arena? Why don't we pull up Arena and start building a new deck here? Hope that Arena doesn't crash. That would be the goal. All right. And let's see what's available to us. Now, the special expansions are like the key. Like that's, I think, what makes Arena so cool. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's change our view real quick. There we go. So let's go with like an advanced search here. So we can look at stuff that we don't have as well as stuff we do have. It does allow us to look at various sets, which is great. It's a good functionality. It has different sets. So let's look at Anthology, 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 and Jumpstart. Because I think that's where we're going to find the most interesting stuff. To me, that's where they're printing weird cards that are cool, that you can do cool stuff with. And this would be like the spot that I would expect us to find the most sort of juice, you know, as far as unexplored stuff that we want to do something cool with. Just checking, making sure this looks okay. You guys can see this okay? It actually, it looks like the resolution's not the highest, but it does look like it's at least showing up. Yeah, like a little blurry, but it's working. Sorry about the 480p, guys. I'm going to have to just figure out how to fix that later. All right, so we'll pop over here. Mess around with this a little bit. So nothing here really jumps out at me. I mean, Isimaru's sweet, right? You have a 2/2 for 1 you could play. That's interesting. It's worth noting in case we find like a shell where we want to have a 2/2 for 1 mana, but there's just plenty of those that get printed into standard now, so it doesn't really feel very good. Spirit Dancer is sweet. I've seen people playing that. That's definitely a card that we could consider. I like Spirit Dancer a lot. What else is good? Yeah, nothing here is really that interesting. I mean, Thalia is very good, you know, so that's a thing to consider. Thalia is a hate bear. Like there's you know, we could try to build something with Thalia. I like that card a lot. What else? I mean, Blessed Spirits is pretty funny. It's kind of sweet. Yeah, Brightmare. Yeah, nothing here that's that cool. Mentor of the Meek. Big fan of that card. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1 if you do draw a card. Generally a pretty cool card. Always been like a good value engine in white, but not one that really does that much. Timely's great. Archon here, if you can lifelink, Constellation, makes you guys, it's okay. Cradle's fine. This Emiel, the Blessed card. Let me just turn up my brightness here because it feels like I could use a little brightness. Oh wow, it's as bright as it gets, huh? Emiel the Blessed, exile another target creature you control. Don't enter the battlefield under its owner's control. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1 counter on it if it's a unicorn. But yeah, okay, that's fine. It's cool. It's not really that good. That card's kind of bad. So there's like the Shrines. Linvala is a solid card. It's a very, very solid card. You can do a lot with Linvala. I'm looking for something maybe a little sillier. I do like Ranger of Eos. I am a fan of Ranger of Eos. Always been a fan of that card. What else we got? See if you guys have anything to say. Okay, cool. So there's like 20 of you guys in here hanging out. This is awesome. We're gonna have a good time doing this. And if anybody has a suggestion for a card that you think I should build around, that would be fun. Throw it at me because I'm all about trying something dumb. You know I'm all about that. Why don't we look at the gold cards instead of just scrolling through one by one and see what's out there? Okay, Momentary Blink is sweet. I've always loved that card. Unbarrel Rights is really good. Meddling Mage. Wow, so we can play Thalia, Meddling Mage, and Kitesail Freebooter all in Historic. So we don't have Thalia's Lieutenant or Mayor of Averbrook. But you do have 3 of the key cards that allow you to play humans. You're missing the mana base. It's a problem. But that's interesting. It's interesting to consider. 5-drop. Another non-token Mentarans. I don't care about that. What else we got? Pulse. Yeah, BTE. Knight of the Reliquary is really good. It's worth considering. Captain Sisse. That's pretty cool, right? Captain Sisse. 4 and a tap. A little too expensive to really get much out of it, but there's a little bit of an Isimaru, Captain Sisse, Thalia, like maybe Mox Amber, the like legendary deck. Obviously Thalia doesn't play that well with Mox Amber, but like it allows you to get like a turn, like Isimaru does exist in the format. And also Reese the Redeemed, I believe, exists as well. We might see Reese the Redeemed at some point, which is interesting. So we could consider something like that. Chamber Sentry. So that's all of our multicolored cards that are available in these sets. Huh. Interesting. I thought Reese the Redeemed was legal. Maybe not. Don't yawn this early in the stream. We've got to get you to Mythic, says Hayden Luck. Yeah, right? Is Kethis in? Yeah, Kethis is legal. There's a new Human Lord and Unclaimed Territory plus the only cast creatures land. Yeah, for sure. Okay. You have Ancient Ziggurat. Ah, okay. So there is a humans deck. We could try to build it. That's interesting. I feel like, what's up, Jake C? I feel like we could try to build humans, actually. It would require so many rares out of me, which is annoying because I've already used so many of the ones I have. But I definitely think, oh, you might need to click craft to see them all. Well, no, because I searched. Yeah, I searched for stuff I have and stuff I don't have, so we can see everything. All right, so we won't look here at gold. Why don't we look? All right, we'll scroll a little faster and see if anything catches our eye. Okay, yeah, nothing. We already looked here. So this stuff, Patron of the Valiant, Sigil of the Empty Throne is definitely a sweet card. Knight of the Tusk. Yeah, Macias is cool. Another human. Interesting. Yeah, maybe humans is the way to go, guys. I haven't played against a humans deck yet in Historic. There might just be a humans deck. Aether Spellbomb. Big fan of this card. If we can find a way to use Aether Spellbomb, I'm all in. Swan Song is legal. That's pretty sweet. I think this card is really good. I like this card a lot. We don't have any kind of Training Grounds effect other than we have the companion, right? What's the name of the companion? The Training Grounds companion? It's like okay. Well, so we'll reset these terms so that we can look up the Training Grounds companion. I guess if we'll just also click on Ikoria. Go back here. Go back to gold. So the Training Grounds companion is the white-red one. So Zerda. All right. Is that kind of a fun interaction? So if I cast Zerda, right? If I was to build my deck around Zerda, and yeah, this is not okay. So I could play one copy of Zerda as my companion, and I could play 3 in the main if I wanted to. And I was to play it with that Archaeologist card I just looked at, kind of build in like a little bit of an activated abilities get cheaper. We play Spectral Sailor, we play that guy. Maybe we're like some sort of a draw tons of cards tempo deck. Does seem like we're jumping through a lot of hoops where like Curious Obsession just gets the job done on its own. So you probably need something better than drawing cards. But there's probably some sweet activated abilities that I'm not thinking of that maybe like Zerda would be really fun with in Historic. That could be kind of cool. Biomancer's Familiar. Oh yeah, is Biomancer's Familiar the same thing? Is that true? Am I just realizing now that like the activated abilities deck is just a thing I can do? Because that's pretty dope. Yeah, Biomancer's Familiar must be in one of the Ravnica sets. Probably Allegiance, but let's look them both up. Yeah, so activated abilities of creatures you control cost 2 less. Yeah, we totally could play this deck. We could play a Biomancer's Familiar, Mystical Archaeologist, Zerda deck. We just have to find other things that have insane activated abilities that just go crazy for us. Is there any kind of Is there an infinite combo we could be playing? Because I'll tell you what, guys. I will tell you what. The deck that I started playing the other night was a Saheeli, 3-mana Saheeli, Planeswalker Saheeli. Uncommon Planeswalker Saheeli with the 2-drop time. I'm blanking on the guy. The guy that for 2 in blue can tap to go to the bottom of your library. Time Stream Navigator to give you an extra turn. So what I was doing was I was playing tons of things that would then trigger Saheeli to give me a token. I would then be able to minus Saheeli, turning the token into Time Stream, and then tap the token, and the token goes away and I get an extra turn. And so as long as I could get the loop going and find a way to get the Saheeli back to my hand repeatedly, like every third turn of the bounce spell, I was doing it with Teferi, then I could take infinite turns. And I was doing that, and that seemed really cool. What if we were to play the same idea, like this Biomancer's Familiar deck, but Time Stream Navigator, and Time Stream only costs 2 to activate? Kind of sweet, right? So now you have the ability to get Time Stream Navigator down, protect it, and then because you have all of these cost reducers, your Time Stream Navigator, it costs for 2. You can, yes, Jeffrey Simon, that sounds good with Aether Spellbomb. Okay. This sounds like a big pile of garbage, but in the most fun way possible. Yeah, interesting. Let's keep thinking. we might be onto something. Keep rolling here. For a minute. Let's just get rid of any of the guild sets. Let's keep looking at the cool sets. So we're still here. Yeah, we can get rid of the gold. Back to here. Get into blue stuff. So yeah, the Archaeologist would be fun to use. Spirits is a deck people play. It's totally my style. It's not that different from the Rogues deck I've been playing, so I don't think I'd really bother with that. Brewvac, if an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill twice that many cards instead. He costs 3. We could build a mill deck. I've seen them. They're not bad. It's kind of sweet. I already have a blue-green Merfolk deck that's pretty good. I think Regery is a really cool card to build around. What else? Flyers deck, Wizards deck, Coastal Piracy deck. Seems pretty cool. Talrand. Oh, I would kill to build around Talrand. That'd be so fun. That would be so fun. If we could find a way to protect Talrand, you would have to play full control. This would be full Talrand control. So it would be like lots of removal, every good cantrip, and then you would just win with lots of 2/2 flyers. It seems hard to get to a point in the game where you'd be able to play Talrand, have a counterspell and another spell. You'd be getting up to like probably 7 mana. Now, Growth Spiral with Talrand is a strong 1/2. Gets Talrand a turn early, and means that you have another instant that draws you a card and also makes you a guy. So I think that's pretty cool. I could be into that. I could think about Talrand. Maybe Talrand would be fun. You guys tell me what you think. Okay. That won't get you to Mythic too quickly, though. Yeah, well, we're definitely trying to play like a sweet deck that gets us to Mythic, but also like something that will be fun for you guys to build with me and play. I don't want to just play strong cards. I want to play fun cards. By the way, guys, there's like 30 of you watching now, so can you guys just all hit the thumbs up? It would be a real solid of you to do. And if anybody who is watching right now has not already done it, by the way, I'm going to be streaming this later tonight, literally on my Twitch channel. I'm going to be doing that. That's going to be in just a few minutes. And so please go to twitch.tv/BenBatemanStreaming. It's in the chat here. Just put it in, click follow. I just hit affiliate last week, and I've been enjoying doing it. Thanks, Boss of Hose. I very much appreciate that. It's kind of a suspect name, but I very much appreciate you subscribing. All right, I'm gonna keep rolling here. See what else we get. I mean, Body Double is pretty good. That's a sweet card. Ooh, Inexorable Tide. That'd be awesome. These all cost too much. These all cost too much. Draw 3. Target player mills 3. Lands deck with Bog, maybe. I mean, Phyrexian Tower is a great card. Really cool card. Hey, thanks for the subscribe. I appreciate that. I actually don't know who it was because it's I'm not on my Twitch. I think unless I'm streaming, I can't see those alerts. But I can tell you that I have Stream Elements open, so I hear the alerts when you guys do it. And I have an alert from the movie Point Break, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, and so it's exciting for me every time someone does it. Crypt Breaker is sweet. Cauldron Familiar is sweet. These are all good cards. Yeah, Phyrexian Tower is obviously good. Blood Artist. I love Blood Artist. There's a lot of cool stuff we could do there. What else we got? Yeah, nothing in here that's jumping out at me is like amazing. I mean, Blackguard, we have a whole deck built around, and we like did a lot of good stuff with it. It's great. Tiny Bones is pretty cool. I could try to build around Tiny Bones. Pack Rat, this is like a phenomenal card. Nothing inspiring me too much just yet. What was the card? I was just looking at a card a second ago that I got pretty excited about. Phyrexian Arena is really good. What's a Nixarid do? Each card in chosen player's hand, so it's potentially a 3-mana 7/7 if you can empty their hand. Spark, Double, Talrand, or Bruvac. Oh yeah. I really do feel like I do really feel like Talrand would be fun. Bruvac with those mill guys. Yeah, I mean there's Kefnet control. I do like Kefnet a lot. I do like, yeah, Tiny Bones and Hippie. Play Tiny Bones, please, says Jason. I could get into it. I do like Tiny Bones. I especially like that Tiny Bones costs 2. That's right up my alley. Kel's Fight Fixer, 4 mana, 4/3 with Menace. Whenever you sack a creature, you may pay 1. Interesting. Okay, that's like a sacrifice deck. It's an interesting 4-drop. Obliterator. Could play Mono Black Obliterator. I've played against that deck a bunch, though. It's not as good as I ever want it to be. What was this card here? Sangromancer, 4 mana, 3/3 flyer. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you may gain 3 life. Whenever an opponent discards a card, you may gain 3 life. That's kind of interesting, but it's not that much better than like playing an Obliterator. It's like a 4-drop. Ghoul-Claw Gisa, 5 mana, 3/4. Sack another creature, create a 2/2. Sack creature's power. That's interesting. All right, Slumlord on Burial Rights. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. That's really, really cool. So I get to hear 100% Utah every time, which is one of the opening scenes of Point Break. My three alerts so far, I've only heard follow. My second one, my subscriber alert, is also from Point Break, and it's Patrick Swayze, and he's on a surfboard, and he's like, "They only live to get radical," which is one of my favorite lines of all time in that movie. And then also I have Coach Taylor from Friday Night Lights being like, "Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose," whenever there's a donation. So I can't wait to stream later. It's gonna be really fun. I just added them all. I hope they work. To tell you, I really do hope they work, because I can hear them, but it'll be a real bummer if they don't show up on screen. Rise of the Dark Realms, huh? It's 9 mana. Put all creature cards from all graveyards in the battlefield under your control. That feels like it'd be fun. I don't think we get to Mythic very fast. Forge Devil, Lavamancer. That's right up my alley, because I think I could play Lavamancer and Young Pyro in this format. Correct? In fact, I could play Kaikar Young Pyro spells. Talrand, Kaikar, Young Pyro. I don't want to play 2 4-drops that do it. I'd rather have like another 2-drop like a Young Pyro to get me lots and lots of tokens. But honestly, just like, what if we just played Grim Lavamancer, Young Pyromancer, Kaikar probably, and if not Kaikar, just Talrand, just one of them, and then lots of spells. Could even play Phoenix maybe. That could be fun. Always wanted to make Dragon Master Outcast work on a deck. Always. I mean, 6 or more lands here, so this card plays really well with like Field of the Dead and that sort of strategy. Just feels like it's so obviously good in that way that if it was actually powerful, people would be playing it because that deck is so popular. So I don't know. I know you can play Kiln Fiend. I like Kiln Fiend a lot. I'm a fan of that card. Yeah, Lightning Strike, Instigator, Magma Jet. Oh, man. Ooh, Thermo Alchemist. That's right up my alley. I do love me some Thermo. Oh, what if we did like a Young Pyro Thermo deck, guys? I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of the feels for what I want to do. Blue-red with Young Pyro and Thermo. Wait, what just happened? What am I hearing? Yes! I heard it. There's a sub. I don't know who it was. If you're in the chat and you just subbed, you tell me, because that was so cool. That was amazing. I love that. Tyrant Scorn, Thought Erasure, Drown in the Lock, Got Eternal Kefnet, Eliminate, Thief of Sanity. That all sounds great. Whoever just subbed is a legend. I just got to hear they only live to get radical. God, I wish we were just on Twitch doing this, but I feel like I wanted to share it with you guys because we've been doing the podcast thing on here for such a long time. I want to bring you guys over tonight to play this deck. All right, we got to get to building pretty soon here because it's gonna take. Hey, Hayden Luck, thanks, man. Really cool of you. Thank you so much. All right, let's. I think I'm kind of feeling. I think I'm kind of feeling a little bit of a Thermo Alchemist Young Pyromancer deck. Does that sound cool to you guys? Because I feel like I probably could build some fun stuff around it, and that totally feels like my style. That very much feels like what I like doing. We have to figure out what to pair with it, obviously, to make it good. I know, just wish you could play Loam in this format because I could build that old Loam deck that I used to play, with Flame Jab. It's a horrible deck for Modern, but it might be good enough for Historic. Who knows? We probably could find cool ways to do it. You have good 1-mana spells in this format. You have Miscast, you have Opt, you have Shock. There's enough. And there's some good 2-mana ones as well. I think we can make this deck really good. There's no Afterlife spells, but there are Jumpstart spells. So Thermo with Jumpstart's pretty good, right? Like, I think Radical Idea is going to be a key card for this deck. The 1-mana ones that make the things fly and get +1/+1, like Maximum Velocity or whatever it's called, and the red one, probably making Young Pyro into a flyer. Just playing it, Young Pyro attacks for 3 in the air. Yeah, and I think we play Brazen Borrower in this deck. This feels like it's starting to come together. This can be the Talrand deck. We'll play 3 Talrand as the top end. This will be all spells and burn, lots of counter spells. I think we can actually make this deck pretty legit. I'm going to scroll through for a minute longer here just in case we're missing something, but I'll bet you this deck is going to be super, super sweet. Yeah, Flash deck, you have to check out the Mythic Mono Red list. Is it Pyromancer? Yeah, Stormwing. Yeah, there's a lot of cards that I like that I like want to play. So this will be fun. All right, so let's scroll for a second here, see if we're missing anything else. Yeah, all the goblins, that's cool. Blind Blast. Lightning Phoenix. Can't block when you go in stab. If an opponent was dealt 3 or more damage this turn, you may pay 3. If you do, return it. Could work. Could be some nice inevitability. Yeah, Sin Prodder, whatever. Most of these cards don't make it. Yeah, I don't think we play almost any of these cards. We're not going to play green, so I guess let's finish looking at the red really quick just to make sure we're not missing anything. Oh, I like playing a single Devil's Play maybe in the deck as a finisher. It seems good. Yeah, not Magma Quake. It doesn't hit players, so skip the green because we're not playing green in this deck. Let's get to our gold cards and see if we're missing anything. In fact, I guess because we're going to have to look at everything anyway, let's go in here and select everything instead of just what we have here. Collected and non-collected. We're going to go red and blue and colorless and gold and good. And now, ooh, no cards with the current filters, huh? Can I just click all sets? Oh yeah, okay. All historic, all standard. Great. Rock and roll, guys. Where'd our deck go? Collected and not collected. They're all selected. So we just want blue and we want red. right? There we go. Sweet. Okay. Give me a second. Looking back here. Let's see what you guys are saying. Take off the gold. Sweet. Stormwing. Is it Pyromancer? Yeah. This is probably a deck people are playing, but I'm excited to try to make this my own. I think I can do this. I think this will be a good deck. All right, so I agree with you. I think Mystic Sanctuary, at least as a 1-of in the deck, seems like it makes a lot of sense. Don't think we want Vantress because we need untapped things on turn 1. It's not worth it to play. We need it to be instants and sorceries, so Aether Spellbomb's not going to do the trick. I do like Curious Obsession a lot, but I don't think this is a Curious Obsession deck because we don't want to put it on a token, and putting it on Young Pyro just sucks for us. But we'll play 1 because I like this card, and just having the 1 in our hand that we can put on like our flyer or whatever, like, you know, when we draw it. I think Maximum Altitude feels like it makes sense. The fact that it has Jumpstart just makes me feel like getting a 1/1 out of it and then attacking for 2 in the air with a token is good enough. So I feel like 2 of those is a good thing. Dive Down is a super solid protection spell, right? Like, I kind of feel like Dive Down is great. I like Miscast a lot in this deck. You pretty much just want everything to cost 1. So we'll go Miscast. We'll go with 4 copies of Opt. It does seem like Terramander is the obvious last threat in the deck, just given how many spells we intend to play. Yeah, I don't think we play Spectral Sailor. We're not really a blue like Tricks deck or Storm Tamer. I don't think it's worth it. I do like Departure, and I like the fact that it has. So let's play 1 of those. I think that's cool. We'll throw 2 of these in, even though I think we'll probably cut 1. We don't want to play Swan Song, good as it is, because it will give them what they want, which is a blocker. I don't think Anticipate gets the job done. Augur Bolus we can't get any value off of. Brineborn will play well with a lot of things, so let's put 4 of those in for now, just because we are kind of a flash deck. This might have to leave, though. I do think Chart the Course is solid, so let's currently put in 3, but we might cut that card. I know we're kind of all over the place right now with what we're doing, and we're also playing a million cards right now. Let's keep rocking. No Essence Capture. We're not that kind of deck. Fairy Vandal, right? Like, so we have the Opts. That's kind of it, though. I don't really have a lot of ways to draw extra cards. I don't think the Vandals do make very much sense in this deck. Favorable Winds, whatever. I do think probably Frantic Inventory is a guarantee. Just play that card. Play 4 of them. Seems like it makes a lot of sense. Flood of Recollection. Return target instant history. No, it's not good enough. Let's keep it rocking. Look back here. What else? We don't really have any disruption other than counter spells right now, so that's kind of a problem. We're not playing flyers, so Lofty is kind of useless. Don't think we have enough mana for Mission Briefing. I do like Narset's Reversal, but not really in this deck, because when they shatter the sky, this is not going to get the job done. I think playing a negate in the main is fine. We'll cut some of these counter spells. We just will. Yeah, no. None of these. Let's play 2 of these. Let's keep rolling. How are you guys feeling about the deck so far? You guys feeling like we're on the right track? Yeah, I don't know about Lofty. Sprite Dragon, I think, makes sense. Alchemali is asking about Lofty Denial. We're not going to really play many flyers, at least as far as I know right now. Lofty might come in later. So See the Truth, look at the top 3, put one of those cards into your hand. What does this do? Rest them by your library in any order. If the spell is cast from anywhere other than your hand, put each of those cards into your hand instead. We're not playing Mission Briefing. We don't really have any like red things that are going to exile and let us play it, so I think we don't bother with it. Okay, we're just going to continue rolling through here. Tail's End. That doesn't do that much. Freeze Time Twist. Ooh, I do like Tetsuko. Doesn't that seem like kind of a sweet over-the-top card to go around, that you can go around with all your tokens? It just comes down and makes all your 1/1s unblockable. It even makes your Brazen Borrower unblockable. Makes your Pyromancer unblockable. Every creature in our deck right now, I guess, other than Brineborn, would become unblockable with Tetsuko. Seems kind of good. I kind of like this. Put one in for fun. All right. Unsubstantiate. We're just putting one of a bunch of fun cards. We'll cut some of these in a second. No. So these cards don't need to be played. For those. Winged Words. We're not playing Flyers, though, so not going to get the job done there. Yeah, Kira. I kind of like Kira to protect my guys. Let's play one of those. Louis Anling. Kind of sweet. I don't know. Probably not. Mystical Dispute. Yeah, we'll play 2 of those in the main deck. It's just too good not to. I do love Narset, and I think the idea of playing Narset as your control card to dig for more spells is great. Also means like there's a lot of decks that just can't do anything against you, which is cool. But I don't think it's really doing what we want. We are going to have to make sure that we come out fast enough, because if we don't draw a Young Pyro on turn 2 and resolve it and stop it from getting killed, there's definitely going to be some games that I think we just kind of stall out and don't do that much. I wonder if we're even a Phoenix deck, to be honest, guys. We might not be. We might just not be a Phoenix deck. We're not really playing Flyers. We don't really want to have to hit that much red. We'd way rather hit lots of blue, play lots and lots of spells. All these things that cost 3 and 4 just don't feel like what we want to be doing at all. None of this stuff, unless I can reduce the cost somehow, feels like playable. Ooh. Do love the idea of playing Teferi, but probably not a game 1 card. Yeah, Talrand feels like... He actually feels like a 2 of, to be honest. Really good over-the-top card. Okay, almost there with blue. Don't think any of the rest of these blue cards are playable for us. Because now we're into the 5s and 6 drops, which I refuse to ever play. Nexus of Fate, Omniscience. Cool. Oh, Gadwick is... That's a nice refill card. It's, I think, a good one for us to play one of. Now we're into red. I feel like... Yeah, Saheeli says Boss of Hose. That's probably the last one. Oh, yeah, Sea Dasher. Ben Handelman says, should we be playing Curious Obsession? Because I'm not even playing Curious Obsession right now in this deck. As much as I like it, I don't have any evasion in this deck, really. It's not a bunch of flyers, so I wasn't currently planning on playing it. But I do like Sea Dasher. I'll come around on Sea Dasher, but for now I'll stick away from it. I'm trying to be a little bit more like win with lots of tokens. What mine makes us a token, but I don't want to play it because it's... Right, okay, sure. Crash Through does draw us a card, but doesn't do much for us. Lava Runner is a solid card, but having a 2/2 haster is just not that good for us. We're not going to be that aggressive. I do think Lava Mancer's 2 of is really good. Maximum Velocity. I like the flying one better. Pillar of Flame. We don't want to be dealing it to a creature. Definitely 4 shock. Play 1 Shiv and Fire just so we have something a little bit bigger. Actually, do we have a Lightning Axe? Did we just go past that? Because I think we should probably play a single Lightning Axe if we can. Yeah, I think we should play 1. Just a way to kill something bigger. If there's like a dragon or something. Okay. Probably this deck gets to play like 21, 22 land, I would think. Cavalcade seems like a pretty sweet card to win with. Let's throw 2 of those in for fun for now. Okay. Snoop, Dark Dweller Oracle. That card with See the Unwritten or whatever the 2 mana card is pretty cool. All right. Oh man, guys. Oh, Dreadhorde. There's too many good cards in this deck, actually. We're going to run out of space so fast. Dreadhorde definitely does feel like a card that we want to play, though. I love that card. Wait, and we can play Electrostatic Field, too? Oh, we're going to have to decide what direction we're going with this deck, because now it actually is starting to feel like we have too many cards trying to do too many things. I like Fire Prophecy. Yeah, we're going to have like 80 cards without lands. Right. Goblins, who cares? Hearthfire, Hobble Fiend, Joust. Yeah, Lava Coil's good, but doesn't seem necessary. Let's play Lightning Strike. I think you want to play 4 of them. Could play Magma Jet. A little weak. Dragonfire is not necessary. We're not playing enough red cards for Steamkin. Okay. All right. Oh, Thrill of Possibility. It seems like so good in this deck, right? But if you're not playing Phoenix, then Thrill is maybe worse. And I feel like we're not going to play Phoenix in this deck. I feel like we thought we were going to play Phoenix. I do like Underworld Breach just as a way to just 2 mana escape and like shock you twice to win the game. Why don't we play a single Underworld Breach? That seems like a good way to win the game. Putting 4 Young Pyros. Guys, I recognize this deck is getting out of hand. Oh yeah, Bone Crusher. Seems like a good play. Do like Chandra. There's just so many sweet cards in Historic. What can I say? Oh, and Gutter Snipe? We can play Gutter Snipe in this format? Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna totally go with the Thermo Alchemist Electrostatic Field Gutter Snipe version of this deck, and I'm gonna probably cut Saheeli and cut Talrand, and like we're just gonna purely try to light up the stage. Seems like a really obvious and easy thing for us to be doing. I think I know where this deck is going a little more than I did now. How you guys holding on? How's everybody doing? Ben Handelman. Ben is just clicking on cool cards, and is it? Yes, I am. I love Is It. It's my favorite color combo. This deck is gonna be sweet. This deck is gonna be totally sweet. Risk Factor, yes please. I mean, probably Skewer, right? Skewer is probably better than most things, considering Electrostatic Field. And if we're going to play Thermal Alchemist and Electrostatic Field, then I feel like the Spectacle cards are like just pure gas. Our big problem is that Opt is the only 1 mana cantrip in the format that's blue. I don't really want to play Crash Through. So it's a little bit of an issue. these things all cost too much. I don't want to play any of these cards. Let's keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Get into our gold cards. Making sure I'm not missing anything super cool. Okay. Luca, the Ox. Oh, you know what card we're not playing yet that I feel like we should probably play is the Royal Scions. I feel like that's a strong 3-drop, but there's just so many things that I want to play in this deck. We're going to end up having to cut like most of the cool things that we were putting in here. But I do think that playing the... I want to play the Thermo Alchemist version of this deck. I don't want to play the just standard good stuff is it version. So I do like to pose, but we're not playing white, so we can't do that. All right. Keep rolling. Find whatever else we're missing. Our 4 steam vents. Not really. We only have 1 sulfur falls. I guess we're gonna have to buy some. All right. Do we play a temple just cause? Sure. We'll play 1. Play 2 temples. We don't have enough cantrips to play improbable. I do like Sprite Dragon a lot. It's a non-creature spell. Oh yeah. It's a nice way to win. But again, wrong. It's the wrong style of deck. I mean, Enigma Drake, Crackling Drake, those both seem great. First, I can trample for a token. Doesn't matter. We're not trying to put things in our graveyard. Who cares? We're not going to have a good creature to copy, so this just becomes a worse version of Pyro, which I don't think we want to do. Yeah. Most of the stuff is kind of who cares. Yeah, I mean, Ral is probably better than Talrand. Yeah, Ral's definitely better than Talrand. I do love We Dragonauts. You play the 1 Niv Mizzet just as a top end. Probably do. Just a single copy. Expansion Explosion. Nah. All right. I think we're mostly wrapped up here with what we want to be playing. Let's just make sure we're not missing some artifact that's really sweet. No Obosh. No red-green. You guys ready to play a little Magic? Hope so. I certainly am. Yeah. All right. I think that's probably good, unless I'm forgetting something sweet that you guys are... Electro Dominance. Warlord's Fury. Maybe. Guys, hit the thumbs up button on this video. And if you haven't already done it, go to Ben Bateman Streaming on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming this. It's 9:50 now. I'll probably be starting about 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. I got to finish building this deck. So if you haven't already gone to follow, put it in the chat right now. It's going to be sweet. And let's build this deck. All right. So we have 124 cards selected with no lands. Not a good thing. Let's change our deck view and just start clipping things. Right. Yes. Change deck layout. Get rid of all these cards. Oh, we do have some lands in here. Actually, I take that back. 6, 10, 17, 18. Oh, good. It has 24 lands lined up for us, and we definitely want to not play the... I think probably like 2, 6, 10, 13, 19, 20. Yeah, we'll probably add 2 lands. All right, so let's look what we got. So as far as 1-drops are the most important thing in the entire deck. Niv Mizzet is probably a useless card. We don't have that many ways to draw cards in this deck. That's the biggest issue. So anything that's going to anything that hinges on us drawing cards. Yes! I love the follow. Thank you so much. Amazing. Thank you so much for that. We have lots of catch-up cards and go-over-the-top cards. I don't think we need Talrand. I actually think a single copy of Ral is probably better. So let's get rid of Talrand. I think let's get rid of Niv Mizzet. Nah, we'll leave it in for now. Niv Mizzet and Gadwick, this is like our catch-up cards. Ionize feels completely unnecessary. Like, I love it, but just there's no need for it. I think Chandra as a 3-drop is totally reasonable. It makes tokens, which is like something we're doing, and also is a flashback spell. So I think Chandra might even be worth having 2 of. Skewer might just not. I think, though, with what we're doing with the 2-drops, Skewer is really good. But I don't want to have Skewer in my opening hand without the 2-drops, so let's go down to Skewer to 2. Risk Factor is just a nice extra card. Light Up the Stage is a good draw spell. Same idea. Gutter Snipe, Bone Crusher, probably just not necessary. We like it, but we never want to spend 3 mana on almost anything in the entire deck. So Mu Yanling goes, so does Kira. Borrower is just great. It's a win condition and also an interaction spell. There's a reason that card's good. We still have too many 3-drops. We'll come back in a minute. Let's cut some 2-drops. Sprite Dragon. Awesome card. We'll leave it in for now. Pyro, great. Underworld Breach. Yeah, it's clever, but it's not necessary. We're not a Thrill of Possibility deck. Thermo's awesome. Magma Jet. No. Lightning Strike. Excellent. Fire Prophecy. No. Dread Horde. Awesome. Might get cut completely. Cavalcade. Cute. Unsubstantiate. Probably not necessary. If we're going to play one of them, I like it as a way to win. Radical Idea, Negate, Frantic Inventory, Chart a Course. One of these is played, the other one isn't. We're not actually discarding things for purpose, so let's get rid of Chart a Course. I think Brineborn's not necessary. I like it, but it isn't what our deck's doing. As far as 1-drops go, Shivan Fire. Yeah, we don't need the suite to go that wide. Grim, Lavamancer. Let's play as a 1-of. Spell Pierce, good. Silent Departure, that's cute. Terramander probably goes, but it is a 1-drop, and it is good. Opt, very important. Miscast, pretty good. I'll keep 2 in for now. Dive Down, we don't care about Dive Down, really. We have plenty of things to counter the things that are going to kill it. Curious, that's the wrong deck for. All right, so at first pass, we now have to put in, let's see. Let's add in a few lands now. I think we probably want 2 more islands, would be my guess. All right. So that's up to 88. So we have 28 cards to cut. All right. All right. We're on our way. Didn't you want the single lightning access, Dylan? I do feel like it's important. Did I cut it on accident? Oh, it's not even in here? I do sort of feel like having like that one card that gets rid of something big is probably good. We have the tempo cards, which is good for us, right? So like the Brazen Borrowers, for instance. But we could get caught with our pants down. So we have basically 30 cards to get rid of here. So let's figure out what the deck actually wants to do. On turn 2, this deck pretty much just wants to play Electrostatic Field or Thermo Alchemist, which we need a 4th. Wait, no, we need 4 of them. Great. Wait, are they cut completely now? Come on. Thermo. And cards I don't have. All right. So next up, let's cut some cards that we don't need to be playing. So I think like basically on turn 2, you want Electrostatic Field or you want a Thermo Alchemist or a Young Pyro. That's like the whole deck. It's just to have all those cards, which basically means everything else that is like proactive that you're trying to do is useless in the deck. Dreadhorde Arcanist is super sweet. Probably not a 4 of though. Probably like Dreadhorde's actually a 2 of. Tetsuko is a great way to attack with all your 1-drops. I'll leave it in for now. Is inventory bad? I feel like it's good. Magma Jet's bad. I think Sprite Dragon's got to go. I hate to say it. We're not a deck that's really attacking. We're just a deck that's staying alive and killing you with lots of triggers. We have way too many 3-drops. So Gutter Snipe. We're playing 1. It's so sweet, though. I love Gutter Snipe. Bone Crusher can go. Light Up the Stage is a good draw spell. Risk factor costs 3. Let's get rid of it. Chandra or Gadwick. Keep one of them, cut the other. I think I'd probably say keep Gadwick, cut Chandra. Nah, cut Gadwick. Cut Gadwick. Cut Niv Mizzet. So now, okay, we're trimming down. Let's go to our 1-drops. How many counterspells are we playing? We got 2 Miscast. We got 2 Spell Pierce. That's up to 4. A Negate, that's 5. 2 Mystical Disputes. Now we have 7. 7 counters? Yeah, seems about right. We might be able to cut 1, I guess. Let's keep in the 2 Miscast and go down to 1 Spell Pierce. Lightning Axe, I would love to have it. We're not going to play it for now. Terramander, we're not really a deck that's attacking. So as much as I like Terramander, I think actually it just isn't what we want to be doing. We want to be dealing repeatable damage that is not attacking, unless we're attacking with 1 once. I think Maximum Altitude is a good card just because it's going to make us a token and get in for 3 with Pyro, which I think is good. Also, it means we're going to cast it. They're going to try to counter it. We're going to miscast it. It's going to get us a 2nd token. We're still going to get in for the damage. That seems great. That's cute. Let's get rid of it. Radical Idea, Frantic Inventory. 1 Radical Idea. All right, guys. We're at 73 cards. We've got 13 cards. What are we cutting? What are we cutting? No, I cut the Lightning Axe. Well, I put it back in, and then I cut it. All right. I'm supposed to do like a quick appearance on a show here in a second. Let me just make sure that I'm not actually supposed to be on the show right now, guys. Give me a second. So many programs running on my computer. Something's going to crash. You know what we should do is we should probably save this deck. Because if we don't, I feel like it's going to crash, and then we're going to be super bummed about it. Give me 1 second here, guys. Almost ready on this deck. Not too far, not too far. Here we go. Looking on the stream I'm supposed to jump onto any minute. I've been streaming for 1 hour 20, so these guys probably are almost ready to have me jump on and stake my claim. See how we're doing. See how we're doing. All right, not quite. Not quite, not quite. Sweet. All right, let's go back to here. See what we're doing. You guys have any comments on what I should cut? Stoy Muller says this deck looks like an Arclight Phoenix deck, but it's not. Totally. Is this aggro or mid-range? I think it's more mid-range tempo. It is a Rioja that I've been drinking a lot of recently. So yeah, we're almost there. It's definitely a mid-range deck. It's just a tempo mid-range deck. So we're really just trying to win with Thermo Alchemist and Electrostatic Field and Young Pyro. Just staying alive with tokens and just trigger. So I guess we have how many things that draw cards in the deck? We have 4 Opt, 4 Frantic Inventory, 1 Radical Idea. We have 9 draw spells in the deck. And the only thing, but I have to say, because Dreadhorde Arcanist is going to be able to hit either Shock or Opt when it attacks every time. And it could even hit Frantic Inventory, or it could even hit Radical Idea, or it could hit Lightning Strike if you maximum altitude it. So it actually feels like probably Gutter Snipe should go, much as I like it. Borrower should go. Keep 3 of them. Dispute is really good and just should be in the deck, but probably as a one of. Light Up the Stage is really good. I think Skewer goes. We have enough burn. We have 4 Lightning Strike and we have 4 Shock. And we have Lavamancer. We have lots and lots of triggers. I think more than likely Chandra. I definitely like the advantage of Chandra. Instant or sorcery card from 3 or less from your graveyard. Yeah, I think Chandra's just great. So then it comes down to this stuff. What do we cut here, guys? Is altitude just not good enough? Is that the deal? Altitude might just not be good enough. Yeah, I think it feels like the weakest card. I like getting my extra value out of my graveyard, but we have lots of things that get us extra value right now. 2 miscasts, a Spell Pierce, a Negate, and a Dispute. How good is Ral? Whenever you cast a spell, it's going to deal 1. It scries 2, and it copies our... we play it for 4. We plus it. We scry, and then the next turn, Lightning Strike deals 6. That seems like a pretty good 4-drop. Yeah, Chandra. So we have 6 cards to cut. Help, guys. What do we... Chandra too much? Yeah, went down to 3 Borrower. We could go to 2. Really, Jackson, you cut the miscasts? I feel like we definitely need counter spells, and we need them to cost 1. So if we cut miscast, we could go up to 2 Spell Pierce. Is that what you do? We'll try it. We'll try it without the miscasts. We should go up to another Spell Pierce though, because we need 1-drop counter spells. All right, guys, I got to jump in and do the stream thing real quick, so I'm going to do this. I will be right back. Give me a moment. I shall be right back. All right, we're back, guys. The deck crashed. That was a bummer for us. So now we have to friggin' rebuild it from memory, which is pretty annoying. And we can, because we were pretty close on this thing, but it is awfully annoying, I have to say. So now, but we don't have to look through every card now. Now we can just try to kind of do it a little quicker. So, all right, I'm going to start building this thing, and then we're going to try to play some games, because it's getting late, and I want to build this, and then I want to go and start playing. So you guys, you can help me build this really quickly, so we can get this thing looking at it like this. Maybe this will actually help us cut cards. All right, so we want Young Pyromancer. We need cards that we don't own in all formats. We need 4 of them. Let's see who's all in here. Oh, we back! Yeah, 1 Ral. Yep, I thought about that. All right, we're going to go Young Pyro. We're going to go Thermo. Not Femro. Come on, man. Help me out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Electrostatic Field, which the one thing about Electrostatic Field I don't like as much, but we're going to go for it, is that if you don't have a spell, it doesn't trigger, which is kind of bad. I think we want the 1 Lavamancer. I think we want the 1 of... I think we want the 2 Dreadhorde. Yep. Then for 1-drops, we definitely want Shock. Having 4 Shock makes us a lot more resilient against goblins. We need Opt. 4 copies of Opt. We need Lightning Strike. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Then I think we have, like, what do we do? Like 1 Radical Idea. We're playing probably 4 copies of Inventory. Frantic Inventory. Then for our 3-drops, I think we had 1 of the good Chandra. Right? We have 1 Chandra. We cut the Gadwick, I think. We definitely cut the Teague, or the Gutter Snipe. Borrower. Let's go 2 Borrower, because I know we need to cut our numbers down. I think we were getting down to the counter suite, so Spell Pierce. And we were saying maybe we play 2 Spell Pierces, no miscasts. A little wonky. We'll play 1 Negate. Mystical Dispute. So that's only 4 counter spells. Am I missing one? What, 2 Pierce, a Negate, and a Dispute? Oh yeah, we were going to play 2 copies of Light Up the Stage, I think. Good refill cards. All right, we're up to 65 cards now, but we are playing 24 land here. So 4 of these mountains can become steam vents. Then we can cut 2 islands and 2 mountains, because we don't want to play 24 lands. We're going to play 22 probably. And then we'll need to get the Sulphur Falls. So let's cut 2 islands, 2 mountains. So if we have 4 Sulphur Falls, 4 steam vents, we'll want 1 Mystic Sanctuary and 1 Temple. So, yep, 10 plus a Sanctuary, a Temple. Oh, I might have cut 1 too many. Well, we'll go in a second and grab them. What am I forgetting here, guys? No Brazen Borrowers. Electromancer, no. 2 Disputes, 1. No, we cut the Lava Axe. We just cut it. No Fabled Passage. No, because you really don't want Passage to be one of your 2 lands in the opening hand. It's too bad if that happens. We forgetting anything like super key here, guys? Cheap spells, things that cost 1. Opt, Pierce, Lavamancer, Shock, Frantic, Negate, Radical, Dread Horde, Electrostatic, Strike, Thermo, Pyro. Oh, we had the one Ral. We like the one Ral. I think the one Ral is actually a pretty good idea. Go snag him. Storm Conduit. And then we want Steam Vents. 3, 4. We want Sulphur Falls. 3, 4. We're going to have to open some packs here to get those cards, guys. We are going to want 1 Temple. Epiphany. We want 1 Mystic Sanctuary. And I think we probably just want 1 island. Okay. So that puts us up to 63 cards. What are we doing well? What are we not? Yeah, we're not playing Phoenix. Yeah, funny. All right, guys, in 2 seconds here, I'm going to be shutting this down and loading up on Twitch. So for every single person watching, if you have not already gone and followed me on Twitch, go right now. It is twitch.tv/Ben Bateman streaming. Twitch.tv/Ben Bateman streaming. And then we're going to go and stream this, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. All right, here's my questions. Do we have enough ways to kill things? 4 Shock, 4 Lightning Strike. We don't really want to spend those cards ruining creatures. We want to put them at their head. Good enough, maybe. We don't have a sweeper of any kind. We do have Electrostatic Field to block and Thermo Alchemist to block against goblins. And we do have Shock to kill things, to like set up those blocks. But maybe 1 more Shivan Fire, just so we have something that does a little bit more, just like a little more heat. Shivan Fire. Yeah, why don't we play 1 Shivan Fire? Yeah. So we've cut everything else big. So now we have 64 cards. We have to cut 4 cards here. Feels like probably the stuff to cut is like Chandra because it costs 4. Arcanist because it's not going to get us as much value as we want. Radical Idea because we have the 4 Frantic Inventories already. And then 61 with how many lands? 4, 5, 9, 12, 13, 21. We only have 21 lands here? That's not good, right? 4, 5, 9, 12, 13, 21. Yeah, we need 22 lands, so we have 2 cards to cut. I think. Do we just cut out the Light of the Stages? It feels like a really good draw spell. The Frantic Inventories, the Opts. The 1 Arcanist can get us some more value. We have no Planeswalker that's getting us a lot of value, really, other than Ral. I guess we can cut to 1 Light Up the Stage. And cut, like... Dispute is like an actual counterspell, though. Alright, we'll cut the Dispute. Fine. Just because casting it for 3 in this deck is never going to happen unless it's against blue, and this is a best of 1 format. So now, we're going to craft 19 wildcards. We do have what we need, so sure, right? Why not? Crafted. All right, let's name our deck. Sweet. Is it brew? Done. Rock and roll. All right, guys, you ready? Everybody here, go over to twitch.tv/Ben Bateman streaming. We literally are going to start in just a second. I'm going to end this stream. Thanks to everybody for watching. Leave a comment when this is over, and we're going to try to do this more often. So please hit that thumbs up if you haven't already before the video is over. I'm about to end the stream. I'm going to fire us up, and we are going to play a little bit of Magic.